Hey y'all, I'm filming on my phone in my room, not in my usual spot. Aaron's gaming right now. You can't hear him. I just didn't want that background noise because I don't know about y'all, but when y'all, if anybody y'all game, your husbands or whatever, then you know what kind of language goes on, and we gonna keep it somewhat family oriented. No cursing. Um, I realized that I never did a video on how me and Aaron met. And I was going back and forth, like, should I do it, should I not do it? But I want to give a shout out to Mel Cherie. I've been following her for years. And for some reason, I had never seen her How She Met Her Wife video. And I was like, you know what? I want to do a video. Let me do a video on how I met my husband. For those of y'all who don't know, me and my husband have been together 17 years. August 3rd is that anniversary. And like Mel Cherie said, y'all, no, he ain't gonna be on this channel. You guys sometimes may hear him like when I'm doing a stream and he may come home, whatever, but it'll never be like a husband and wife tag or nothing like that. I like to keep my channel about me and keep my family separate. So August 3rd just passed not too long ago, and 17 years, and it's been a ride. It's been a ride. There's ups and downs with marriage, but we've been married almost 12 years. We've been married 11 and a half years. Our wedding anniversary is December 19th. We got married in 2005 and in Vegas, and so I want to go back to how we met. This story may be long. 17 years. I actually met my husband before I actually met him. Meaning I saw him. And this is gonna be so funny, but it's gonna be shady. It's gonna be funny. But I was a teenager. I first saw my husband when I was 16. He was dating a girl who went to my school. She wasn't my friend. She was like a friend of a friend of a friend. Like, it was a big group of us at school, and so we never like hung out one-on-one. I knew of her. I didn't really know her that well, and it was funny because in like January of 2000, Aaron was a senior at another school, and it was like basketball season, and his high school was playing our high school, the girls basketball team, and they came to, he came to the basketball game. But before that, she had a picture. I don't know if y'all remember, if you guys are old enough, where you would go to the mall and take pictures with your friends in those crazy backgrounds. She had brought a picture of both of them together to school before the basketball game. And I said, oh, your man is cute. That's what I said to her. And she got mad about that, which now I understand why. Because if somebody came to me and said, oh, yeah, I'd be like, girl, you want to fight? But it was really petty of me. And I said, oh, your boyfriend is cute. And she got mad about it. And I was like, whatever. And I said, you better watch out because I'm still your man. That's what I told her. And so we kind of didn't like each other after that. And she had every reason not to. So the game came, and I found out that she was coming with him to the game. And so I was like, oh, I don't ever go to basketball games, but I'm going to go to this one. And so he was like sitting way at the top of the bleachers, and I would walk by. I had long hair down in here, and I would flip my hair. He never noticed me. He was concentrating on her. And so I think I walked up the stairs once, and he never noticed me. But I was just like, he is fine. He is cute. Yes. So fast forward to summer or whatever. It was the year of AOL Instant Messenger. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember that. And so back then, before social media, that people had websites that you go to, and you would have a thing called a guest book. You know how you have a guest book for a wedding and you sign? There was a guest book where you would just like say you visited someone's site, and I happened to go on my friend's website, and she had a guest book, and Aaron had happened to write like a survey about himself, and I was like, oh, this sounds like the guy. This sounds like him. And so, because Aaron's a common name, you know, it could have been anybody. And when I was looking at his email back then on AOL, if you were reading someone's email, it would say they're online. So I remember his screen name like it was yesterday, and it said he was online. So I said, what's up on AOL Instant Messenger. He said, who is this? And I said, this is Kristen. And he said, oh, you're friends with, and he mentioned my friend's name. And I said, oh, did you go play basketball with him? Because they had went to go play basketball that day. He's like, yeah. And so we just started talking. It was very organic. And the more we talked, the more I liked him. He would send me pictures, and I was like, oh my God, this man is so fine. He is so cute. And right at that time, he had told me that he was going away to Oakland to go to college. And so I was like, ugh, can't. And so I told him, I was like, well, can we still talk? You know, we can be friends, whatever. He said, sure, it's not a problem. And we kept talking. When he went to Oakland, we would still talk. And he said he was really unhappy there. And I wasn't like talking him into coming back. I was just like, is everything okay? Maybe you need to, go meet some friends or something. I was trying to he's like, no, I'm just not happy here. And he said he was coming back. And I was like, okay, cool, And he came back, and he said he wasn't going back to Oakland. I was like, oh, okay. And so he said, I'm coming. No, he wasn't coming back to stay yet. He said he was coming back to pick up the rest of his clothing. He said, I'll be there for 2 days. Do you want to hang out? And I was like, yeah, sure, we'll hang out. And then my mom, being the mom that she is, she's like, you're not hanging out with no dude without me meeting him first. So I told him that. And I was like, my mom wants to meet you. And he was like, not a problem. So let me tell you this. I had never seen how tall Aaron is. Every time I've seen him, it's been a picture of him sitting down. So when he showed up to my house and he had to duck to come into the door, I was just like, no one told me you were this tall. And so he came in, I was very nervous. And I remember what he had on. He had on like this button-up like plaid shirt and some jeans, and he had a New York Yankees hat on, and I had on a white halter top, and because I was skinny as hell back then, and I had on like some gray like slacks. I was cute. And I walked out. I was nervous. He was nervous, and I said, hey, tall man, or something like that. And he said, hey, and he used to always call me Keebler Elf, because he said I was short. And he was like, oh, do you have some water I can drink? Because he took the bus to come see me. I gave him some water. So we went to go see A Perfect Storm, which is, don't go see movies on a first date. You don't get to know anybody on a first date. But we were teenagers, and we went to go see A Perfect Storm. And so after it was over, I dropped him off at his sister's house. And we got back, and we were chatting on AOL Instant Messenger, and this is the year 2000, still the summer. And we were talking. He was like, I gotta tell you something. And I was like, what? He was like, I really like someone. And me being naive, I'm thinking he's talking about somebody else. He's like, I really like someone. I don't really know how to tell her. I want her to be my girlfriend. And I'm sitting here mad as hell. I'm just like, you gonna take me out for a date and then tell me you like somebody else? And he said, will you be my girlfriend? And I was just like, yes. And so, I was like, I got a boyfriend or whatever. And so, I was like, let me tell this girl that goes to my school that, like, look, me and Aaron are talking. Now we're dating. I just want to give you a heads up because we're going into our senior year. I don't want to issue. So I messaged her on AOL Instant Messenger, and I was like, hey, and she was like, cool. She's like, we broke up a long time ago, whatever. That did not go well. By the time I got to my senior year, I was this, that, I was all types of stuff. So my senior year was hell because she made it that way. And so that is how we met. So 2 years after, in late 2001, I got pregnant with Haley. And 2002, August 8th was her birthday. She was born, and it was a struggle for us. We were basically like two kids, raising a baby, and so it was hard. And we went through, it was together, break up, together, break up, together, break up, and we were kids, and it was a hard transition because none of us wanted to be parents, but we were, we came together, we were parents. And so we were living in different households. We were still, we're co-parenting and everything. And my mom decided she wanted to do a family vacation for Disneyland in 2003. It was March. And so my brother and his girlfriend, everybody came. It was my brother and his girlfriend, my parents, my siblings, and Aaron and Haley, of course. And so we were at Disneyland. And we're watching the shows and everything. And we got back to the hotel, and I was looking for something. I was so pissed off. I couldn't remember what it was, and Haley was asleep. And Aaron was like, "Oh, give me my backpack." And so I give it to him, and he takes out his, like, I'm laying there, and he takes out this ring, and he just shows it to me. And I am just a crying, bawling mess. I'm just like, what? And he says, "I want you to be my wife." And I was just like, yes, yes, yes. And so I was so ecstatic. I was so happy. And my ring is around here somewhere. I don't really wear my ring, y'all. I don't. I'm just not a jewelry person, you know. Oh yeah, it's in here. All my other rings. Here's my set right here. Solitaire and wedding band. And so the next day, you know, I told my sister and my best friend at the time. My best friend died. I was like, "Yeah, Aaron proposed last night," and my best friend was like, "Oh my God!" And I told my parents, and my dad was like, "Let me go shake his hand and everything." And it was crazy. And so we were engaged for 2 years. We weren't rushing anything. You know, a lot of people get engaged and they get married right away. We weren't rushing anything. And we were going to get married in my mom's backyard. But, you know, me and my mom were like going back and forth. And I didn't want to deal with it. And me and my mom are good now. It's been some years. And so we got married in Vegas. And it was great, you know. We had planned to get married in Vegas like that October. We went December 19th and got married, and we had our honeymoon June of the next year, because Aaron worked for the school district. It wasn't right to like take time off for a honeymoon, and that's why we got married in December on Christmas break. Got married 2005, and then 2007 we were like, let's have another baby. And it only took one try. I was pregnant with Alyssa. Alyssa was born 2008. And here we are, 2017, you know. My husband is everything to me. He's my best friend. And sometimes we, you know, but we get through it, you know. And I have never been more comfortable with a person, and I've never been more just vulnerable with a person. I feel like I don't have to hide my feelings. I can cry, I can laugh, and I love being with him because he makes me laugh until my side hurts. And the same with him. Like, we're very goofy with each other. We're very just like laid back. Like, we're rarely like serious unless we have to be. And I think that's what makes a great relationship and what makes a great marriage, is when you can just be carefree when you can be carefree and be serious when you need to be. And I can't imagine being with someone else the way I am with him. Like, he's someone where, knock on wood, if I die tomorrow, that's the person I'm going to be with. If I die 10 years from now, whatever. He's everything to me. And I still get butterflies whenever he walks in the door, still to this day, 17 years later, and that's amazing. And he has these huge brown eyes, and like when I look at him, I'm just like, oh, let's just, you know, let's go right now. Just being honest. But being married is hard work, and you're gonna have ups and downs. And I always tell people that it is how you get back from the lows. You know, if you got a partner who is with you all the time when things are good, you're gonna know shit gets real when you're down here. You know, I always tell people, I was like, you'll know a lot about a person when both of y'all are broke, and you figure out how to get through it. And me and my husband have been there, where we both have been broke, and we got through all of that. And when you find somebody who accepts you for who you are, because a lot of you guys know I had BPD and depression, and they can deal with that and they're like, look, I'm here, I ain't going nowhere, that's a keeper. And too many people out there get married and divorced like that and have an argument and be like, I'm done. And to me, that doesn't make any sense. I think that when you get married, make sure it's that person that even when you have an argument, that D word doesn't come to your mind. You're just like, I'm gonna cool off and we're gonna talk about it. And communication and respect and making sure you can be vulnerable with the person, because vulnerability is a big thing. You got to be able to show yourself and be comfortable, and ain't always got to have your hair and makeup and clothes done like you want to walk around with a t-shirt and no bra on and some underwear, and he ain't gonna even look at you. He ain't gonna look at you like you crazy. Scarf on your head and all that stuff. I love being married. I love it. It's a great feeling. I love when my husband like introduces me to someone. He says, "This is my wife," and it's like such a proud thing to this day. Anytime he does it, it's always like, whew, because I don't get to say this is my husband too often, but like when he has like company parties, he says, "Oh, this is my wife, Kristen." I'm just like, yes. But I love it. And I just want to come on and do this video and say how we met and how we got married and everything, because I realized I never did a video. And I like to be a little transparent with you guys, but I try to be as transparent as I can with you guys, because I think it's important to be relatable when you do YouTube videos. So yeah, I'm going to get out of here, and I hope you enjoyed this video and a little tips of advice. And if you like these kind of videos, like advice and all that stuff, let me know. And I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you all next time.